Americans will now have broadcast television from local stations at work, at play, and on the way. Coming to local stations in top markets, live and local news, sports, weather, and traffic, plus your favorite television shows. Mobile digital television. Never miss a minute.
We have a new person to our group that we are absolutely thrilled as part of it. I'm going to have Dave Lougee introduce James Clardy from Dell.
Yeah, we're very excited and appreciative to have Dell with us here today. And James, this new netbook computer that they announced at CTIA last month is a very promising platform device for this moment.
Well, thank you, David. First, I want to thank Liz for the promotion. I actually am a technology strategist for Mobile TV, and I work for the CTO at Dell.
Dude, you should have just taken it and run with it. When you get a big promotion, run with it.
What I brought here today is a sample of the Dell Inspiron Mini 10. This is a 10-inch netbook. The netbook is a new category that's emerged over the last year and has become one of the most popular form factors in the IT industry. It is a secondary device, meaning we don't intend it to be a primary computing experience. It's optimized for portability, battery life, and lightweight. It's also very low cost compared to typical laptops. It fills a niche between smartphones and standard laptops. This thing is typically packed with radios already. We have multiple antennas. I believe this one has 6 antennas in it. There are radios for Wi-Fi, that's always a standard feature in netbooks. Bluetooth to connect headsets, mobile broadband so you can get internet access wherever you go. And we actually launched these through our partner Vodafone in Europe last year, bundled with broadband service in Europe. Given that as the basis of a netbook, and the costs in the netbook are primarily the display, the batteries, the CPU, and things like that. Adding a TV receiver to this class of products is a fairly modest cost increase, and it results in lasting, live, local, and familiar entertainment. So,
what's the price point, Tim, on that? Do you have
they range based on system configuration between about $350 and $450.
Which is way less than a fancy laptop, for example, and lighter.
What I'm showing here today is a demonstration with LG Semiconductor together with Groundbox interactive software for ATSC Mobile. And it was also made possible through the NAB's Fast Road program. They convinced Dell about 2 years ago to start integrating antennas into our netbooks and notebooks. So we're going to be launching this product with TV, portable TV initially in Europe, starting next month with DVT in Europe.
That is incredible. And so, sorry, next month you said?
In Europe with DVT, and then the other different standards.
So you said Vodafone, are you going to have a partner here in the U.S. that will be?
Yeah, we haven't announced our partners in the U.S.
Can I push you?
No.
Brandon, we also have another product that we should have you talk about, specifically that's an in-vehicle opportunity. And parents get excited, look on their screen right now.
Yeah. A lot of time is spent on mobile cellular devices because that's a large volume, and there's 100 million or so sold a year, so that's a way to get product into the market fast. But the car is also a huge opportunity. Those of us who have kids know that the back seat of the minivan or the SUV is prime real estate for mobile video. You have time, you have viewers, you have unlimited battery life, you have a good-sized screen. And even if you're a business traveler, I know if I'm in a black car, I want to in the back seat see Fox Business, right, in the back seat of the screen. So, or
my 4-year-old loves it.
And so we're thrilled that we're seeing the ecosystem, what we call the ecosystem, grow around this idea. And there's a couple of manufacturers, Kenwood being a key one, but also Visteon and Delphi, having joined the development process for in-car video entertainment. And we have one of the products on your right here on the table, which is an aftermarket device that you can actually put into your car subsequent to the purchase and basically hook it up to the screen. Over time, the obvious opportunity is to have it actually built into the cars, much like satellite radio is built into the cars.
Okay, so we've heard about the devices, we've heard from station group owners, we've heard from network bigwigs like John Eck, specifically about how excited they are. And of course, if you saw the front page of the Daily News here for NAB, Mobile DTV has finally arrived. It is precisely at this point of these types of events that the whole thing falls apart. Because everybody up here is very excited, but you guys are the ones that we have to find out from. Are you, as station owners, going to get your shoulder behind it? Does it move the dial for you, for your audiences? Do you really figure that this is something that is worth you laying out the money for? We would love to see it all happen, but until we hear from you and your questions, that's not going to happen. So we've got roving microphones, and we would love for you to raise your hand, ask our panelists any of the questions that you would like, specifically about the opportunity of open mobile video. Live mobile video. So raise your hand, the microphones will walk over to you, and all we ask is that you give your name and your affiliation. And nobody's allowed to be shy. There's one over here.
Thank you. Hello, Richard Doherty with Engineering. On the broadcaster side, could you talk about how many channels are possible in each of the test markets you're talking about, and any maximums that broadcasters have talked about individually? You might not have to identify them, but what the capabilities of the system are, please, in channels per market and per transmitter.
Brandon, you want to start?
Happy to. Well, one preview of how this may play out is what you see here in Las Vegas. You have Sinclair and Telemundo done an unbelievable job getting an example infrastructure up and running here as we speak. And Mark Aiken may want to chime in to help me out, but I think as I was scrolling through the dial on the mobile device last night, it looks like there are about 10 channels or so, 10 or 12 channels up and running approximately. And that is what just 3 stations between themselves can do. So if you have more stations pile in, the opportunity grows exponentially. So, if you have 5 or 6 or so stations in one market, allocate bandwidth to this, you could probably get up to 25 or so channels. I don't know if Mark, you want to make a comment here. You've implemented Las Vegas, so you may want to give us your perspective.
Well, in Las Vegas, we've got 3 mobile channels and a full HD channel, and that's an easy tack.
But that's only one station.
That's only one station. So each station, if you imagine in a market doing three services in that market, being television services, that's not speaking of all the other services possible with audio channels and R&E and so forth. But a typical market with 8 stations, that would immediately mean 24 services available there, and that's maintaining full quality HD. An easy start is a simulcast of the one channel, which means that you can maintain at the same time or multicasting if you're doing that. So it's really a scalable possibility all the way up to probably, depending on quality issues, upwards of 8 or 10 mobile channels possible, and maintaining FCC obligations for digital television.
Thank you.